Well, starting off, Facebook is giving me a headache. YouTube is on stream. All things being equal. Fair is in the building. Waiting Mr. T, who's just popping in now. Good morning, Mr. T. You made it.
Good morning, Fudge. In fact,
I can't imagine what you've been going through.
You should imagine it. Honestly, it's tough. But don't worry, we're together in this. Global trends. Is there Kilo Shea? I hope he's fine. Kilo Shea, Alex.
Only problem. He said he's under the weather.
Oh, he's under the weather.
So I'm trying to get
that
done.
Speaker here, so yeah. Monati change location. There are a lot of movement around home now. I don't know.
Okay, I'm already. It's back. It's on now.
It's just for me to master this global trend thing. Shomo is when I shift, that's when I lose it. I don't know how to. What do you say?
Should I point in WhatsApp? Should I point as normal text in WhatsApp?
Let's try. Yes, if you can. And I just have to.
I'm launching now.
Okay. All right.
Take control. Yeah, we're here. At last. Today, the 3rd of August. I was going to say 20 something. I'm in a haste to get it done with. Thank God for Saturday. This is the 3rd day of the national protest. How has it been in your end? Thank God for little mercies. We are peaceful in our area. People move on with their businesses, and they continue to monitor across the nation. We are praying for those who are bereaved or at the other end of police action, and those who have suffered losses from looting and carnage of all sorts. We ask for peace to reign. We can protest peacefully as we've been campaigning all that while. And we ought to give a room for dialogue. Let's sit at a table of discussion. Let's table our demands, insist on it, give it timelines, do all sorts, but save lives and property. Well, good morning from wherever you are listening to us. This is the Vintage Talk Show with the Five and friends. We hope to have an engaging time today, network permitting, and we have all that you need to make your Saturday morning pleasant. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Faj. Well, today the house is a bit on the slim side. We thank God for little mercies. Esife is in the house. Good morning, Esife.
Good morning to everybody. Welcome to another lovely Saturday and happy peaceful protest for us in Lagos.
Esife has protest. What will you use them with Kaduna there? Oh man. Okay, that's a secret for you. Unfortunately, Alex is not able to join us. So it's a little bit under the weather. Is it protest weather? And he's this morning. Well, the big guy is here. Good morning, My co-anchor and brother, Tokumbo Ojekunle. Good morning, Tokes.
Good morning, Fudge. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this show this Saturday. Vintage will be surely vintaging in today because it's canty as Fudge said. We'll make the room bigger any day,
Mhm,
anytime.
mhm,
Welcome.
mhm. Thank you, Mr. T. And before we kick off with the table of content, so to speak, uh, let's quickly let's quickly share what our ancestors always tell us. Today they have a quote. They say, "He who refuses to obey cannot command. He who refuses to obey cannot command." So, to the children of nowadays, the youth of today, and to whoever is aspiring to leadership, if you can't follow instruction, if you can't obey orders, if you can't follow rules and regulations, to be a leader tomorrow is going to be very difficult, very challenging, because it's a circle that will go round and round and round, and it never progresses any nation. So, he who refuses to obey cannot command. Learn to obey rules and regulation, and we will live peaceably. It's only when there is peace and mutual responsibility that there will be progress and prosperity. I believe so, very strongly. Okay, let's kick off. Today we have, well, it should be interesting. We have point blank, we have talking points. Let's rewind, all things being equal. And of course, our usual starters, entertainment news, global trends, and reviews of major newspaper headlines. But as you will notice today, we're especially devoting today's musical compositions to the fallen heiress of African pop,
Mm.
Onyeka, Onyekachi Onwenu, who died last one Tuesday, the 30th of July, at the age of 72 years and 6 months or thereabout. Yeah, we tried. We would have loved to have her more. And she died in service, whilst performing, while singing
Mhm.
love to the. So you hear a lot of her this morning, a lot of her this morning. But let's start off. Isife, are you ready for us?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, let's shoot off with entertainment news from Isife.
BB Niger organizers say no lose guard for new season. The theme for Big Brother Niger season 9 has been revealed as no lose guard. The announcement was made by the host Ebuka Obi-Uchendu during the launch event on Sunday 28th July, where he also took viewers on a tour of the new house. Ebuka stated, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the brand new Big Brother house, no lose guard. I mean, it's a dual season. They are coming in pairs. It's the biggest house we have ever had in the history of Big Brother. The introduction of duos adds unique dynamics to the house, promising intense rivalries and unexpected friendships. A diverse lineup of duo housemates has been chosen to participate in the 71-day run of the show, with 100 million naira worth of cash and prizes up for grabs."
Hmm. No lose guard. Is that English or pidgin? I don't know.
It's
It's
like a slang for them that they should
no,
focus.
don't
They should not,
slack.
it's not
You know,
lack focus.
you should not lack focus.
Yes, yes,
And then they are coming in pairs. What does
yes.
that mean? As is a couple
You can
or
come as a
as
couple with your partner, either with your
a
partner
female
or your
partner?
friend, your family, relatives,
You ca-
anybody at
so
all.
two guys can also go in. Two girls can also go in.
Yes, yes.
I'm
As
sorry
long
for
as you
this.
are either related by maybe being friends or as a partner,
Some kind of
couple,
relationship.
any type of relationship is welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry for you people. Oh. Already, somebody took the wife there, and somebody's already toasted the wife.
Yes,
Anyway,
so
it's your generation, Abby. You are enjoying it. I hope they still have time to enjoy. Um, okay, let's move on. Mr. T, are you hearing your people? Okay, he's sorting out himself there. Yeah, please go on. Yeah.
My upbringing influenced my activism. Falz. Famous Nigerian rapper and actor Falz has described how his upbringing influenced his approach to activism. He led the Ash-Ensas protest in Lagos in 2020, but explained that his activism did not start that year. In a recent interview, he credited Fela Kuti and his father, Femi Falana, for influencing his activism. His words, apart from Fela's records, my dad has been an activist for over 40 years, so having someone like that as a father, everywhere I went, someone had a story about what my father did for them. So that level of selflessness played a part in who I became. I have always been conscious. So it's not like I woke up one day. 2020 was a time when so much was happening that we needed to take further steps from just talking and walking the walk. Of course, I was going to be in front because I had been talking the talk anyway.
Let's walk the walk. Let's not only talk and walk.
Yes.
Let's walk carefully, responsibly, and reasonably. You know, I see their anger, their frustration, their demands, and everything. Some people may say it's outrageous and all that stuff, but these are panacea for a good country, a well-run country. It's just like it's a little bit volatile and it's sudden, but those are things we should do. We should find ways to cut down cost of governance. We should find ways to make these big-bellied legislators eat less and earn less, you know, and then pour more into education, into health, things that affect the people. So what they're asking for is not outrageous, but it's incremental. It has to be done systematically, and sometimes people don't understand except the shock treatment, which is why the children are saying no. They will keep on doing. But if you can make it without turning into violence. But it's very difficult in a country where a lot of people are idle hands, devil's workshop, waiting to start some kind of crisis, you know, locking here and there. So any space that is empty, unguarded, and unpoliced, they will attack it, taking advantage of the situation. So it's a cul-de-sac kind of a thing. It's a catch-22 kind of a thing. Mr. T, are you there?
Yes, Paj, I'm with you. I think you've spoken well, because it's just, I always say that the right voices will be heard at the right time. And maybe it's God working it out, because it is the right time for right voices to be heard, and the right time for leaders to also have a good listening ear, because that's the bone of contention now. When you see protest as an opposing view, and you see them as enemies of progress, as they often say, then we're in for a big trouble. So I think it's high time they come out and say it as it is, because the end result of governance is how the policies have affected the people positively, particularly. Success.
Okay, let's move on. We have a lot to talk about protest today. I'm sure we have a lot to talk about. So let's move on. Let's keep entertainment within entertainment.
Ayedatiwa appoints Sheilo SSA on entertainment. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa of Ondo State has appointed Nigerian comedian Oluseyi Aletile, widely known as Sheilo, as senior special assistant on entertainment and tourism. The chief press secretary to the governor, Ebenezer Adeniyan, announced the appointment in a statement on Monday, 29th July, when he stated, "The appointment is part of the ongoing efforts to improve governance and service delivery to the people of Ondo." Sheyilo's appointment took immediate effect. The comedian also shared the news with his fans on social media, saying, "Thank you to His Excellency, Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, for this appointment. May God help us to assist you in achieving your great visions for Ondo State."
Amen. Amen. That's That's a good one for Sheila. He's been quite active on the social plane beyond comedy and all that. He's also been socially active and politically making strides and all. So this is good. Do it
Congrats.
well so that others too can benefit. Okay.
Murik calls for ban on movie. The Muslim rights concern, Murik, has called for the ban of the yet-to-be-released movie, where snippets showed popular actress Nancy Sime and others wearing purdah, an Islamic full covering, popularly called the niqab, and brandishing dangerous weapons. The group described the movie as satanic, adding that it depicts Muslim women as criminals and incites the public against them. The call was made in a statement signed by the executive director of Murik, Professor Ishaq Akintola, on Thursday, 25th July. His words: "We believe that the film is the handiwork of Muslim haters and part of the plot to stop Muslim women from wearing hijab and niqab." He said further, "The plot was hatched a long time ago, and its execution began in the schools. This plot was boldly and diligently confronted in Nigerian courts by Muslims until the highest court in the land made a pronouncement on it. This satanic film is the latest effort in the war against hijab." Akintola maintained that the film is capable of setting Nigeria on fire if urgent action is not taken by the relevant authorities, while urging the National Film and Video Censors Board to investigate and place an immediate ban on the coming film.
Well, we counsel calmness. Please don't inflame nerves and all with our talks and complaints and criticism. I mean, I've always warned creators of entertainment. You have to be sensitive and responsible when you are dealing with items or issues surrounding and around religion, tradition, culture, and all that. You need to be circumspect. You need to be careful, because it involves emotions and it's a personal issue. Faith is a personal issue, so people deal with it in a different way. So be careful, be sensitive, and be responsible in depicting these items in art form. Yeah.
How I lost fans for preaching about Jesus on social media. Queen Madi. Nigerian singer Chimamanda Chukwuma, popularly known as Queen Madi, recently shared that she lost many followers on social media after talking about Jesus Christ on her Instagram account. Despite this, the American love singer thanked her followers with a warm message, writing, "LOL, I lost a lot of followers for talking about Jesus Christ, and from the bottom of my heart, I don't regret a thing. Love you all." Queen Madi rose to fame with her hit single "See Finish" in 2022 and the subsequent viral success of Ole featuring BNXN on TikTok in 2023. Hailing from Benin City, Edo State, Madi is making waves in the music industry with a unique blend of Afrobeats, pop, soul, and R&B. With almost a decade of experience, she's seen as a master of her craft after launching her career at the age of 7.
Well, congratulations, Queen Ming. What do you call it?
Queen Madi.
Queen Madi.
Yes.
Well, you stand by what you believe. No regrets. It's a nice one. No one will dispute your right to freedom of to associate with any religion. And of course, fans will be fans, and then you be yourself. Well done.
Music icon Onyeka Onwenu dies at 72. Legendary Nigerian singer and actress Onyeka Onwenu has passed away at the age of 72. It is reported that she died on Tuesday night at the Reddington Hospital in Lagos after collapsing at the birthday party of Mrs. Stella Okoli, owner of Emir Pharmaceuticals. An eyewitness confirmed the news, saying Onyeka Onwenu just performed at the birthday of Mrs. Stella Okoli today, Tuesday, 30th July, and after performing, she slumped. She was taken to Reddington Hospital and she couldn't make it. As of now, the deceased family has not announced her death. Onwenu will be remembered for her music albums such as In the Morning Light and Dancing in the Sun. She was from Imo State but grew up in Port Harcourt. Onwenu was a Nigerian singer, songwriter, actress, human rights and social activist, journalist, politician, and former X Factor series judge. Dubbed the Elegant Stallion by the Nigerian media, she was a former chairperson of the Imo State Council for Arts and Culture. In 2013, she was appointed the Executive Director, Chief Executive Officer of the National Center for Women Development.
Well, Adele, Elegant Stallion.
Mm.
Adele. Hmm?
Fudge.
Mm.
Fudge.
Yeah?
Fudge. Can you hear
Yes?
me?
Yes, I can. Loud and clear.
And can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, because I'm still battling with opening this. I'm
I'll
sorry.
send it,
That's why
I'll send it to WhatsApp
been
too.
quiet. I'm sorry. That's why I've been quiet a bit.
Okay.
So
I can hear you. I can see you very clearly.
Okay. So let me now search again. Oh my God.
I want to go on air a bit.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, please.
I understand the family has eventually announced formally from the sons Tijani and Abraham have announced the passage of their mother. Ekwe is a 1984 piece, a hit. Even if you don't understand the lyrics or the language of the lyrics, you can't resist the music, the melody, the cadence, the composition. Can you believe this song was produced 40 years ago, 1984, in the album The Morning Light? Fantastic piece of work. You don't remember, our first album was in 1981, The Everlasting Love. She's always about love. In 1982, she released For the Love of You. In 1985, the monster hit One Love came in, and he went on and on until we got to Dancing in the Sun. We get to all that as we go on. But it's time to listen to global trends. Mr. T, are you with us? Hello, Mr. T, are you ready for us? Okay, I may have to help Mr. T out. The network has started. Okay. Global trends this morning. We start with Kamala on the march. Kamala Harris. Are you with us, Mr. T?
Hello.
I was going to go ahead. I'm reading it. Are you ready?
Uh,
Mr. T, are
can
you
you
ready
hear
to go
me? Can you
on?
hear me?
Yes, I can. We are very clear. Just start when you are ready.
Yeah, the network is really funny. Can you
Okay, let
hear
me check
me?
it from here. Yeah, I can hear you. There's no problem with you. You are good. But we have to move on. I'll
Okay,
read
if you
from
can
here.
hear me, I okay.
If you want to read, just keep on reading. It goes fine. It sounds fine. So I can bring the music down now. Are you ready? Mr. T is not going to be ready. It's going to be going back in and out. So I'm going to start it. As I was saying, Kamala on the march. I beg your pardon. Kamala Harris has officially secured enough delegates to clinch the Democratic Party's presidential nomination. Meanwhile, former North Korean diplomat Ri Kui, who defected in 2023, I beg your pardon, has told the BBC the secretive country's ruler, Kim Jong un, would like to see Donald Trump back at the White House. Of course, they are colleagues. They're both interesting characters. Um, Mr. Divya, Harry, just flow with me. Next story says Soldier's Agony. A black female soldier who fronted British Army recruitment campaigns has spoken for the first time about how years of racist abuse and bullying made her life in the military a living hell. Hmm. Wow. So all that facade is just for photo trick, photo shoots. It's so sad. Next says religious lockdown. More than 4,000 churches have been closed down for, over the last month in Rwanda for failing to comply with health and safety regulations, including not being properly soundproofed. If you do this in Nigeria, that will be allowed. Oh my. Okay, I continue. I'm just flipping song. Next, you can hear on the background Bemileke by Onyeka Owenu. I'll come back to that. Let me deal with this. These are global trends. Putin claims win in prisoner swap. 10 people, including spies, sleeper agents and their two children, and a convicted assassin landed at Moscow's Vnukovo airport on Thursday night as part of the largest prisoner swap between Russia and the US and its allies since the Cold War. For the returning Russians, there was a red carpet reception and a guard of honor. Russia got what it wanted. It got its agents back, including the man who was number one on its wish list, Krasikov. The German authorities had initially been unwilling to release a convicted assassin who, according to a German court, had acted on behalf of the Russian authorities. Hmm. Another story says we could hear his voice on the radio. That's the headline. Al Jazeera correspondent Ismail Al Ghul was killed in his car in a targeted Israeli airstrike on Wednesday that also killed his cameraman, Rami Al Rifi, and a boy passing by on a bicycle, Khalid Shawa. The Israeli military described Ismail Al Ghul as a Hamas military wing operative, accusations Al Jazeera strongly rejected as baseless. His last assignment was gathering reactions to Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh's killing. Well, next story says Middle East raucous. Hezbollah leader has said the conflict with Israel has entered a new phase after the killing of one of the Lebanese armed movement's most senior commanders. Meanwhile, US President Joe Biden has said the assassination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh doesn't help talks over a ceasefire in Gaza. Hmm. Two or three quick ones to wrap up global trends. It says Venezuela election. US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has said there is overwhelming evidence the opposition won Sunday's presidential election, suggesting that incumbent President Nicolas Maduro is maneuvering to remain in power. That's typical of third world countries. And then who gave the US the international police or international INEC that to be deciding which election is clear and free and fair and who has won what in another country. You know, trying to I'm trying to admit Boston. Okay, we're still on global trend. Sex assault claims. An Australian senator is suing a former staff member who says he was raped inside Parliament House for defamation over claims the politician helped cover it up. What is he suing for now? That the cover up or the actual act? Women do suffer in this world. I think every woman should learn kung fu, karate, beat them up when you're doing, beat them silly. Like that, they won't be able to talk outside that anything happened, you know, because they are vulnerable. They just take advantage of. Cancellation row. Former CNN star presenter Don Lemon has sued multi-billionaire Elon Musk and his social media company X, formerly Twitter, over the scrapping of a talk show deal. Musk is always moving from one problem to the other. Mhm. And finally, what's in the name? The owner of an English beauty salon has told the BBC that she has been left exhausted by a long running legal battle with global cosmetics giant L'Oreal over the name of her business. And guess the name of the business? Simply three letters, small letters. Three small letters. NKD. NKD is causing problem in the world of business. Good morning, boss. You have driven me at your.
Ah,
How are you?
morning, occupied. So where's
How's the
everybody?
family?
Great, great.
Alex under the weather. Mr. T
Oh,
just went on a wall now. I think he's dealing with
that's
his sister. So thank God that you are around. I think the telco in Surulere are more lenient.
yeah. We've been for the past couple of days. We've been switching from all because we have about three Wi-Fi devices, then the normal network that we use. I don't know
Wow,
what they've all been very funny.
very, very fun. There's one there, Bemi Leke. I didn't know she could speak Yoruba very well. Bemi Leke, for you there. Oyeka is one of our adorable songs. Like I said earlier, we'll be playing Oyeka all of today, all until we get to Let's Rewind. Interesting beats. We're moving on to this newspaper headline reviews. And thank God is joining us, our lawyer. No, not our lawyer, legal practitioner. We have not signed any document. I can't say our lawyer. Legal practitioner and development advocate. Olutubosun Oshifowora. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Fudge. Good morning, everyone listening. Nice to be here.
Yeah, you heard about Onyeka's demise,
Very
right?
sad. Very sad.
Mm,
But God rest her soul. She's lived a good life, and at least she
mm,
died doing what she literally came to this world to do. So
yeah,
a
it
sad
was
one,
it
but
was that's sad. But we thank God, right? We thank God.
yeah.
Although the children may not subscribe to that easily. It's always painful to lose your loved one,
Yeah.
however long.
Everything is in God's hands.
Yeah, it is. You're correct. Okay, moving on to municipal headline reviews. We start with Leadership Weekend. The Abuja-based leadership starts with day two of hunger protests. Federal government governors beg as demonstration thins out. There are a lot of kickers there. It says, say Tinubu has heard you dearly. Yeah, clearly, I beg your pardon. FCT Plateau, Kaduna, Jigawa record pockets of demonstration. The military threatens to step in amid mass arrest. The article, Sanusi condemned killing, shooting by police. Governments, businesses lose 800 billion naira. Network failure blamed on cable cuts by protesters. Oh, is that what is causing our network issues? It's been horrible in the last 2 days. What are they doing cutting cables? I mean, is it a surface cable?
Did you
I
see
thought it
the
was some.
video of that was cutting the traffic light?
Yeah, yeah. I saw that. I think somewhere in the north, I saw that. And I saw that
Yeah.
video, plug the traffic light in the house, and it was. Why do you?
Apparently, the
Oh,
traffic
gosh.
light. It was the iron.
Oh,
He,
what?
yes, he was trying to pour off the iron so he will sell it as scrap.
Oh, somebody can buy that?
Well,
Wow.
if you look at Lagos, there are literally no manholes on the road. Some people buy it.
Wow. Wow. Well, our people, I'm sure we'll come across a lot of that. Let's just go through as many as we can on the protest. Most papers lead with that. Saturday Telegraph says, show solidarity, join protest. Article tells Nigerians. Uh, take early warning signals of danger seriously. Baptist Convention tells Tinubu. Obi says, I wasn't part of protest. We didn't lead action in the FCT. That's from Kingibe, right? And 326 suspects arrested in Kano as operatives nab 81 in Sokoto. And then Kano suffered worst destruction in Nigeria. Emir Sanusi. Wow. I saw what's it called? Adegboruwa, who was the lawyer to one of the organizers, take it back or something like that, calling fervently in his office for cessation of the strike, for indefinite postponement of the strike. And a couple of hours after, some unidentified person claiming to be speaking for the protesters say no, they are continuing with the protest. That is not speaking for them. They've cancelled him, so to speak. Oh my!
And
You
you know
know,
that
they
was that's the
go
fear
ahead, please.
of the authority, because everybody just feels that whoever is doing this thing, you must have certain representatives. And like I stressed last week, this was how they started the NSAS and literally
It's
made nothing out
the
of it.
same, exactly the
Even
same.
even world wars and all kinds of wars and whatever kind of revolution that we've seen in history, people always come back and sit at the negotiation table. And the earlier you sit, the better it is for you and everybody. And then you can stem the wave of destruction. But there's something I noticed because I'm on a few groups and I realized that it appears there's a spirit of destruction in
Hmm.
people, because I'm on different platforms where people well educated were justifying the carnage and the assassins, and I'm like, what is this? So they just feel things should just go bad, then government will understand. I just
Hmm.
at that point I had to just pull back that I think we're fighting for different things. Because if you say you're hungry and you are destroying, you've carted away food from a rice silo, and then the next thing is to burn the place. I mean, a
Yeah,
rice mill. Then,
yeah.
then this is no longer hunger. This is destructive spirit living in you guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But well put together, Boston. I have that fear, this sense of deja vu that this has happened before. And this is going to, are we going to allow it to happen again? Some people have not come out of that tragedy of 2020. Businesses ruined, lives destroyed. So, and the first day, especially in the northern part, was traumatic. Was like, wow, this is happening all over, because they are out of control. The governor that stood in the morning and say,
Yeah.
it's good, let's let's have peaceful protest. By the evening, he was declaring 24-hour curfew because we can't give people license to protest. They don't understand peaceful. They're hungry, as you said, and they're angry, and they don't they lash out at anything in sight. Imagine this, cutting rice and then destroying the meal, destroying employment for hundreds of people. The investor would likely flee from that area.
The Kanu governor hasn't learned from Sanwo. Sanwo is doing a master's class in the act of curbing protest.
Yeah.
He is just doing OND. So
Someone
he's a new entrant.
Someone who left the hard way. He was doing the gentleman his last time, and they were tracing.
No, he did.
Oh,
OND in Governance 101, they taught him, so he had to step up his game. This one is just a jambite. This one is a jambite in governance, so he needs to go through the mute.
Yeah.
By the time they call for protest, you see, we take a different stance.
Yeah, it's always like that. It's always from all I remember from the 1978 or 78 for Alimongo. From that I know that it is. I was there in the something. I didn't know what we're fighting for, or what we're running for. We were just having fun, running on the street half naked, and shouting and doing all stuff. Well, let's look at what South Africa has for us. It's still about the same hunger protest, a nation divided by hardship. How hunger protests exposed our growing divisions. Day 2, protest fire fizzling out. Small crowds grow smaller. They say the kicker say crowds grow smaller. Businesses return to normal in South. Armed forces will not watch while the nation burns. Chief CDS, that's the Chief of Defense Staff, warns the FCT police engage hoodlums in shootouts. And I like the video I saw yesterday of the Lagos Police Commissioner and some of his men. Sharing water, snacks, and all stuff, gala and all stuff with the protesters at Jota. At least they're in a confined place and all that. I assume that they'll be more today, Saturday, more people out of work.
The CP, the Commissioner of Police in Edo, he did the same thing. The way he managed, so I think police has been very professional. In a lot of states, and and most CPs are directly involved in this whole thing.
I saw one video. Mr. T, I hope you're here. He's still trying to get himself. I saw one video. Sometimes in this all this thing, you still find somewhere to laugh. There's this boy who must have looted rice somewhere. Was carrying on his head and walking with some of other colleagues, taking one item or the other. And then one police officer stopped him. One police officer stopped him. Hey, you come here. They carried the thing from him. I don't know whether it's for safekeeping or he's also looting the looter. The boy said, it's not fair. Oh, guys, it's not fair.
Looting the loot.
Oh my.
Nigeria is a drama.
How do you carry? You see two people carrying a large air conditioner, a refrigerator from a looted shop on the road. They're carrying it around. Oh my!
If I saw one yesterday on the platform, the boy's face was captured. I think he looted a computer device, so a computing device. So, but they captured his face, and someone was like, "This boy does not have any hope of politics again in this country." I said, "No, he will come back."
I saw it. He was carrying on looking only at the camera so they can get on. I saw that. Oh my! It's a sad situation.
Quite.
By the way, this is an African woman, Maonyeka Owenu. She has a strong strain for
Mhm.
woman emancipation. Okay, let's move on. We still have Saturday Punch that looks with the military threatens to intervene as police crack down on protesters. Arrest 1,100. They say we won't watch you destroy Nigeria. CBS tells demonstrators. Opposition knocks Tinubu over killings and arrests. They are not crying for him to speak, to speak, to speak.
When he has
Yes,
to
it's
speak,
reasonable to speak, yes. But he has been speaking, advising, urging us to be peaceful, to make, things are tough, yes. Every week here we complain about it. They're tough things, and we know it's global, it's everywhere and all that, but it's painful. But you see, economic indices show that the economy is growing. But the pockets of the poor man is not growing, it's not showing.
the,
That's the
the
that's the
bank
problem.
account indices, our bank account indices are at
Our bank,
variance.
our keeping our this thing is not growing. Our purchasing power is not.
Indices.
You know, so all the economic calculations they are doing is not touching us well enough. So
I
that's the
think
crop.
I think the basic problem with the administration, I've stressed this on different platforms, is communication. There's a way you communicate to people and you will placate them and let them see when these things will materialize. I mean, we all did elementary agriculture. If you plant a seed today, it's not going to grow tomorrow. Even it will take days to sprout, then it will take days, some other period for you to start reaping from what you sown. So I think that is the part that is not properly communicated by this administration. And the earlier they get themselves together, the better it will be for them and the country. Because people, I tell you, sir, people can endure anything as long as there is hope in the future. People will endure any condition. The only thing that will cause despair is if they look at it that whatever we're going through, there is no hope in sight. That's when people will fight. But if we know that in 2 years from now, this country is going to turn around for good, people will weather the storm. 2 years is just around the corner. But there's no hope in sight. There's nothing. Nobody's communicating whatever it is. Like we just said now, whatever they say about the economy and the indices around it is not translating to people's pockets, people's stomachs, and their accounts. So people can't come to terms with what's going on. So it's for the government to now do that and communicate it well to the people. So that's just my own position.
And also, it will serve us well if leaders could be less ostentatious, could be
Mhm.
less, grandiose in their spendings and acquisitions and emoluments. Show that you also are sacrificing. You can't claim you are fasting 30 days fast and you are rotund. You are willing and unwilling. What kind of fasting is that? You can't expect us
Then,
to grow lean and you are going fat. You
if
know?
this administration also wants to save itself, I don't know how they're going to do it. They need to work on the Senate president. The
Oh,
way he
oh,
talks.
it's a
For somebody
case.
who's been an administrator for more than 30 years in public service, he's not handling things well when it comes to the way he talks. He talks recklessly.
Yeah, completely. I agree with you. There should be some finesse. You won't
Every
believe in the banking environment and all that. You could say you're a governor, a provincial governor somewhere in Akwa Ibom and all that. but you're in national politics for quite a number of times, and you talk carelessly, as if these things
I know a lot of
flay
people
nails,
hold what he's saying and holding it against the administration. And I'm like, see, if you follow this man, you will just scatter everything. Let's just ignore and face where we're going.
Oh my, oh my. Let me. While at it, I want to play this beautiful song. This is Dancing in the Sun. I love this beat.
Hey, the popular one, everybody
Yeah,
knows. We grew up with this.
yeah, yeah. 1985 hit Dancing in the Sun. Take that beat. Let us take a breather also. Before the anger turns to protest. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Dancing in the sun. At least Independent has a different story. Understand your mind. Dancing in the sun. Mr. T is having problems getting. Oh, he's not on there. He's not on there. Somebody's
Ah,
questioning my vocal. Somebody's questioning my vocal dexterity here. I know some people can sing to save their own lives.
me number one.
Oh, that's Dancing in the Sun, playing at the background for you. As we go through our headlines of Saturday Independent newspaper, it says, and it is a different track. Igbo must go protest. Lagos government distances itself from reckless, dangerous rhetoric. Obi, that's Peter Obi. Obi insists government should investigate alleged. I thought that was very silly. Very in this area, we're looking for how to find peace in what is already getting out of hand. And somebody is saying hashtag Igbo must go and all that stuff. One Lagos PD or something. I hope they have contacted him and kept him out of operation.
Well, sir, what I found out, some of the people who were agitating for this protest, I think by the end of the first day of the protest, some people started pulling out because they said that but all of them have different motives for doing this protest. And it appears somewhere just want carnage. Some people just want to bring this country down. Because, I mean, for me, the hero of this protest has been the Lagos State governor. He put in everything to ensure that Lagos was peaceful. And then came the tweet from nowhere. Then you saw the Easterners, I mean, they've learned their lessons and they've been wise about, in fact, I give them kudos for this, the way they just moved away from this thing before everybody will come and put it on their head, that they're the ones scattering everywhere and all that. And wherever that tweet came from, the motive was not good and it should be investigated, because for someone to say that you just want to heat up the polity and then scatter the peace, I mean, the relative peace that's in Lagos, it's bad, and whoever is behind it should be brought to books.
Yeah, it was irresponsible, insensitive, and just blatantly foolish. I don't know what else to describe it. From nowhere, you just threw something in the spine, it just caused chaos and all that. You know. Anyway, I'm sure they have already indicated and printed out the internet. How will I call it? The signature and footwear is already showing, so they're already working on it. I'm sure he will be cooling his ears somewhere shortly. The nation says military on standby to restore order. CBS warns protesters. I'm sure it will not get to that. The things are calming down. Yesterday was peaceful. But in your area, it was calm, right? Bosun? Oh, Bosun. Okay, you're out there, you're listening to us. How is it in your area? Day one, day two. Today, day three. How is it in your area? 09136973485 is the number to call. We expect calmness. We expect peaceful protests. If we must do that. The number to call is 09136973485. Tell us what's going on in your area, and let's share the information for the sake of everybody. But since gone off, and then some. So powerful.
Just they worry all this thing. No, this airline they worry me too. How not only give me my clients, but my workers were mishandled.
Ah, now it's the power of you won't break the lights. Not to be the Amazon project. You tell us what to do. If no process, it is.
Different people, different problems. I can try to transfer sometimes nothing going. What's the matter now? Security. Have you guys heard of Customer Experience Radio Show by Market Africa? Put together to protect consumers like you and me. Every Tuesday at 10 a.m. at Top Radio 90.9 FM. You can call live, share your experience, and be heard. In partnership with state and federal authorities, every consumer matters. You can visit www.marketafrica.com. That is marketafrica.com to share your experience. This is a vintage talk show. Very Akintunde-Johnson.
Buzzing to has gone off. Oh, this is CEO Gogo. Is if have you listened to his CEO Gogo before?
Yes, yes. I'm listening to you, Gogo. One Love, Ekwe. Yes, these are the songs I know.
So you know only Ekwe and CEO Gogo.
I know Yo Gogo, One Love, and Ekwe. These are
I'm sure you're listening to You and I. Maybe you didn't, when I played you hear
Okay.
You and I. No, no, no,
Oh, yes,
no.
yes, yeah. That's what
Yeah. Onyeka Owenu. She was born in January of 1952 in somewhere in Anambra, but she hails from Imo State, around Ziogo in Imo State. And then she grew up in Port Harcourt. So she's well formed. And she came into national prominence initially with I think in the very early 80s, with the documentary Squandering of Riches on network, NTA network. It was massive thing. She was bold, factual, enthralling, and with a well-researched piece. It was a beautiful piece. You remember that Oyaka was not only a music, I mean, and a singer, composer. She's also the owner of one of the best run bands in Nigeria. And she's the owner of an amphitheater, a rehearsal, recording studio, and performance stage. It was once in GRA, I don't know if it's called Unity Center. And then she also moved into film. I think she started around the late 90s, around 1999. He was in Nightmare, Not Your World, Conspiracy. With he had conspiracy with Nkemo, Nightmare with Peter Doche. She was rolling with them. The 2004, she had some 2004, 2005, she had quite some performances in the government house, women's courts, chain reaction. Then she had the Tyrants with Pete Edochie. She was very prominent in To Love an Angel with Ramsey Noah and also Different World. That was in 2006. Then 2017, she did the massive work, Quasi Nollywood, Hollywood, so to speak. Half of a Yellow Sun. Remember the piece written by Chimamanda Adichie. Was produced. She was opposite stars like Chiwetel Ejiofor, uh, Tandiwe Newton, and our own Genevieve in Lionheart too, where she was Abigail Obiago. Let me find that piece written by um, Genevieve Nanji to commemorate her death or to share her portion of about her death, how it struck her. Now, this is truly a classic. As we move on to the next segment, this is One Love. One Love, bringing us together. Let me read the piece written by Genevieve. I hope it's the one that wrote it. You never can trust anything on internet nowadays. It says, today we mourn the passing of an icon, a legend, whose voice and presence have resonated deeply with us all. Onyeka, Onwenu, I'm better at expressing myself through my art. Lionheart was born out of a desire to honor and give flowers to the legends that made my childhood beautiful and memorable whilst they were still with us. I'm so grateful she accorded me the opportunity, honor, and privilege to share time and space with her. We created iconic moments that will forever be entrenched in my mind and photo memories. My tears won't stop falling because writing this tribute means I can't live in delusion for a few more hours. That is that this is not a bad dream I will be waking up from. My heart and deepest condolences to our family, loved ones, and to our fans all over the world. Rest in peace, Onyeka Owen. Your legacy will never be forgotten. With all my love and respect, Genevieve Nnaji. She's given us the last word. One love will bring us together as a nation, divided by poverty, diversity, hardship, and all kinds of frustrating elements. Jamo, good morning. Hello, Jamo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing? Good to see you.
I know. I hope you will be okay.
Yeah, you look okay.
I sent all the people to Yeka. It's very shocking, really. Very, very shocking.
Yeah. We start off with that. I'll get your word, your statement on R. Then we'll move on to what you have come for. Oh, girl. One love. Keep us together. That was our last song before she slumped, and that was our last song before she slumped and died. One love. Keep us together. A reminder to all and sundry, even at this moment, that let's share love, let's share peace, let's share understanding. Let the government too share love. Be compassionate, be thoughtful, be responsible, even be sacrificial. Help the poor. Okay, Onyeka for you there. I have my guest in the house. We've been trying this for like 2-3 weeks. Thank God today is working. It appears to be working. I know we keep us there. We'll keep so till the very end. Okay. Once more, it's great to have you on our seat, former editor of The Guardian on Sunday, arts and culture activist and exponent, and among many other credentials. My friend and brother, Jaman Anikulapo. Good morning. Network has started though. Oh my, it's gone off. We'll try and come back. We have been on it for like 2 weeks. We hope German will get us so we can talk to. We want to have a wrap, so to speak, a feel of how the Shoyinka at 90 went. It was a week long, or 2 or 3 weeks long celebration across the continent. While we are waiting for German to connect with us, here's another one that I love from Onyeka's discography. You can't miss it. This is you and I. You're back. I'll just quickly start off. Let's move on. Hello, Jaman. You with me? Hello, Jaman.
Hello.
Are you with me? Can you hear me?
I can't really hear you well. I don't know what's going on. Hello?
But I can hear you. I can hear you. Do something to your audio. But I can hear you. You can't hear me. It's connection.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, German. I can hear you.
The voice is
Oh,
breaking.
man. Yeah, your own is not breaking.
My what?
Your own voice is not breaking. And that's what's important. So if you can hear me a little, just speak on.
The voice is breaking, but I'm here. I don't know if you are hearing me.
I can hear you. I can hear you. And your own is not breaking. So I say maybe when I introduce you, just go on and speak. Because your own is clear for radio.
Oh, no.
Did you hear that? Hello, German. Can you hear me? Oh, man. It's always about love. Love, unconditional love. I don't know why German. I can't hear German. I mean, you can't hear me. Hello, German. Hey, you're going to waste time again today.
This is a vintage talk show with Akintunde-Johnson.
One Nation from the 1984 album In the Morning Light. Are we back?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me, German?
I'm not hearing you. I can
Yeah.
hear sound, but I'm not hearing it. It's muffled.
And your own voice is clear. Your own voice is clear. I can hear you. You know what
Yeah, but
really.
I'm not
I
hearing
can
your
hear you.
question at all. It's muffled.
Hey, yeah.
I don't know whether it's my network. What do I do?
What do you have to say about Onyeka Onwenu? German. What do you have to say about Onyeka Onwenu, German? Hey, she got here. Network me. I have German and Nikulakbo on the line, but we are having difficulties hearing one another. I wanted to have his say before we launch into other matters about his impression and reaction to the demise of Onyeka Onwenu. For those who claim renewed hope, you have Onyeka should take a copyright notice against you. For in 1986, he released a song called Renewed. And here it is. Hello?
On the stream yard. How about
Yeah,
now?
I can see. Can you hear
You
me?
hear me now?
Yes, I hear you.
Hello?
I hear you. Yes, I hear you.
Hello?
Are you hearing me?
Hello, Faj.
Yeah?
Hello?
Kill him, cause Kinina. Jam.
Hello?
You can't hear me. You still cannot hear me. If you
Hello?
could just speak on your own voice is fairly clear.
Hello?
It's network. I think it's network.
Hello?
Oh, ah,
Hello?
I can hear you. Hello, German. German. Yeah. Hello, German. Can you hear me? Check your Google
I
gadget to
hear
go
you
sorry,
now.
local. You can hear me now.
I hear you now.
Only check your Google gadget to go sorry, local swallow by.
But
Oh, I can hear you. You said you can hear me now, right? Problem is your voice is not coming out. Yes. Network. Volunteer. Yo. I mean, should we do it? Yeah. Should we do it on WhatsApp? Not a lot off. Hello,
Hello.
German. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you now. Yes,
Eh, let's
I
quickly
hear you
start
now.
talking. Let's quickly start talking. At, at last,
Okay.
I have German and Nikolapo on the line. We've been battling for the past 15 minutes to get talking. I hope we're able to. Wow, what a day! So, German, how did you react to the passing of Onyeka Owenu? What's Onyeka Owenu to you?
Oh, okay. I'm not sure I got the question, but something about Onyeka Onwenu.
Yes,
Yeah,
your
I can go
reaction to
ahead with
her.
that.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead with that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, like everybody has expressed, it was a shock. In fact, one of the greatest shocks I've had. Yeah, in recent times, we've lost so many people, some of our comrades and friends and associates. But then this one was very
Hmm.
saddening because she was performing. Then she went backstage
Yeah.
to sit down and then she flopped. But you know, the market day, yesterday I was somewhere and somebody said there was an actress, a major actress who was sitting at the same table. And that she felt a similar tiredness or something. That
Hmm.
she felt she was fainting too. I've not confirmed this, but that was the kind of information. And I kept on wondering, is it something in what they drank or ate, even though there would have been about 100 people there. But if that actress said the same thing, and this is a very credible source that said it, but I don't know. I'm not into medical thing. But you know, Onyeka is one of those when you say library just not born. I mean, we use that expression loosely so many times. Because Onyeka was so many things to so many people. Yesterday I was
Hmm.
still watching uh, the documentary on NTA. You know,
Squadron of
about
Riches.
how we wasted our resources.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was still watching and I looked at this very young lady, maybe 27, then, and had the sense to put that kind of material together, even though prompted by NTA and CNN and co. But
Hmm.
for us to
Hmm.
put that together at that age, because I then compare, then many people at that age now, I don't know what has happened to us. This is the age when they even seem to not to be in control of their own emotions or their senses and to
Hmm.
see the kind of thing they write. But Ika was 27 then when he started talking about the problem of Nigeria and how he was trying to put a perspective to how we wasted all the resources that we had. So and she has grown before she's been our child, even though she was older than all of us, than me for
Yeah.
instance and yourself. But you know, we've
Yeah.
watched her career from that time. I think somebody were part of her story, and she was part of our story too. Uh, it's well, I'm fact that you know, in my reporting day, we didn't really hit it well. Remember the launching of the Dancing in the Sun, which was supposed to have been at
Yeah.
Love, and then the
Hmm.
venue was changed, and we were not told, and we were waiting at Love Club, and then they were doing something at Sheraton because some big men said they wanted Sheraton. And then she came, and in my own natural, I just said, but you kept us waiting here. And he said, look, don't harass me. Oh. Everybody who wanted to be there, they were there. Do you even know where? And I said, look, I don't know if you know where you live or who you are. I just want to do my business. And, you know, we got into this hemp kind of relationship over time. But, you know, during Jonathan's period, I was coordinating something for the creative community, and she was doing labor. Is this neighbor to neighbor campaign for Jonathan. I was doing Bring Back the Book, and she was doing the neighbor with Bola Shagaya and all of them. And we had to sit down at the same table to discuss the program. And she was the first to remember. I said, this cantankerous man. And I said, this Onigba woman. You know, we turned into a joke and we laughed over it. And he then told me about what she was trying to do with Nollywood and how she was trying to get fully back into acting like in the way she had. So I think Onyeka it was a national treasure. It's difficult to even think about her in past tense. A national treasure that Nigeria has lost. And if you don't really recognize that fact, it will be a shame. I'm not saying because I'm not after this naming places, but there should be a way by which the nation should flag up and Onyeka as an inspiration to younger generation. Yeah, younger people who are coming up, who have dreams, and who are not sure what society will do to their dreams. And Onyeka has given us a rule because we missed Christian time. We shouldn't miss this Onyeka is very much. And I look at the relevance of our documentary and of our song to what is happening in Nigeria today. I mean, the shift timing, was it something that was divinely inspired that you should live about this time? Like, I don't want to see this pain again. And then,
thank you. Okay, thank you, German. That's German and Nikulakbo for you. Let me put it out there. The Squadron of Riches was done in 1984. She was 32. And she looked younger than that. And it was an epochal documentary. Just about the time, towards the end of civilian regime, the second term of Shehu Shagari administration. Before I think about a year, no, less than a year after the government of Buhari took over. That was December 83, and this was released early in 1984. So it was like, see, justification for the coup and all that. You know, I don't know if you can play that documentary again and it will not resonate with what we have now. You know, will it not resonate with what we are going through now? We are still squandering our riches. Anyway, this is Nso from Onyeka Owenu. Okay, next up we'll move into Shoyikazu. Let's leave Onyeka Matara. By the way, Onyeka also did a lot of religious songs. I remember Hallelujah. I remember this in so. I remember also yes, Hallelujah. I've mentioned that I am blessed. I'm blessed is there. There is my father's child, my everything God. Will go. I would love to hear that before we go today. I know that she's also into that, apart from her love advocacy. And we're not talking about only romantic love. We're talking about love for your country, patriotism, being faithful, you know, and all that. So, Jaman, let's go on with if you're still there. Jaman, Ali Kulakbo, are you still there?
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
thank God.
Afraid that sometimes the sound from your end is not clear, but you can go.
Yeah. Okay, let's get this in. We have about 10 minutes to go. We have spent it doing back and forth on the internet. Now, how has it been? The global celebrations, multi-week celebrations of the icon, Wole Soyinka at 90. How has it been for you?
Okay. Well, I could go into the whole celebration started last year actually. There's the organization called Wole Soyinka International Cultural Exchange, which was founded by our friend Teju Karim, with support of Professor Shegun Ojewi in the US. And so when Soyinka was 89, I'm a project consultant. I'm a consultant to the project. When he was 89, we were already contemplating the 90, when he would be 90. So what we did was to launch the theme for this year, which is Eni Ogun. Eni Ogun has been the Soyinka's other name, the alter ego. And the way we calibrated Eni Ogun is to say Eni, E for engaging, N for national interest, G for good governance, and N, the last N, understanding nation building, engaging national interest in good governance, understanding nation building. So we coined the word Eniogo. So we started working towards it. That was last. But the formal official takeoff of the program started in March during the World Poetry Day. Soyinka is quintessentially a poet. So during the World Poetry Day, which my organization, Culture Advocate Caucus, for Providence Bank, he was, he's the inspiration behind the program. So we did the entire World Poetry Day around it. There were about 10 poets, 3 from outside and 7 from Nigeria who were on stage, who were responding. They were not thinking his phrase. They were responding to Wole Soyinka's poetry because we wanted to really probe into these young people attacking, listening. We wanted to see how younger people will respond to the poems that he has written in the past. Because we could see that there was a problem of misunderstanding or misconception. And we saw the way they responded. Those materials are going to be published by November during LAPA. So it will be released during LAPA. So we wanted to get that. And then the IREP International Documentary Film Festival also picked it up in same March and did about 5 documentaries on him were screened. So young people, the whole engagement has been to get young people to understand this man who is 90 now, who probably may have made some political statement that you don't find that's not palatable to you or that is not to your expectation. So it doesn't mean you then begin the process of counseling somebody who has spent all this, especially this whole fight since age 16. Man was one state when he started. He just said Oyeka was 22. Many of us are already in our old age, and we think that we're the ones to reshape the future of Nigeria. You have to cultivate your field. You have to cultivate an audience. You have to build your fight gradually. You don't just jump because we now have liberalized telecommunication gadgets. You can just jump behind the keyboard and talk down on people without really understanding the process. If you listen, I'm sorry to say, yeah, stranded behind my laptop, watching television and listening to what people are saying about the ongoing protest. You could see the lacuna. You could see the emptiness of thought. You could see the lightness of reasoning. I'm not putting anybody down. That people are maybe what we have done to education, so you don't blame anybody. People are incapable. Some many people are incapable of really digging deep into the root of why we are where we are. To quote the former president, that it's a deeper conversation that we need to have about the whole nationhood itself, about the constitution that we pretend that is governing us. A constitution that allows some governor, okay, everybody is praising Abuja, which is right, but look, we have local government chairmen and people who are running riot around us. What are we doing? They are all over the place. I see people who call themselves local government chairmen, who call themselves governors, they just bigger. They just take the resources and they spend, and we leave them. We let them go. Some of them are even joining the protest now. They're on the street. People who should be up and say, what did you do with the last vote? They are leading protest and young people are clapping and shouting after them. So I'm just saying that, so the way we structure the program is to expose the Wole Soyinka character more to a lot of young people. And that's what we've done even in July, where in Abeokuta it was, we had 5 days of programming. And then in London, we have 9 days of programming. And it still continues today. Last night was National Street Dog, Association of Street Dogs. They had a lecture, the former Governor Fashola did. They had a play, The Will of Justice, written by Soyinka himself. Today, There's some other program, but tomorrow another program is going to happen. Being celebrated in all the other places, but we've been able to push this whole idea of Elio, someone who engaged national interest in the cause of nation building. He is just interested in what is our national interest. How can it lead to good governance? How can good governance then lead to nation building? Because you cannot get young people to build the nation when you are not governing them well. When education is compromised, health is compromised, their social life is compromised, their cultural life is compromised, and you want them to engage in nation building. That's what we are saying. That you have to engage national interest to understand good governance and then to be able to contribute meaningfully. So that's what the whole program has been. Also, I've been on lockdown since March of this project, and I'll still be on lockdown till November, because in November the whole of the Lagos Book and Art Festival, the 26th edition, is devoted to Wole Soyinka, and we're going to have a lot of programs. I forgot to mention that throughout July, every week, every Saturday, for instance, we had about 40 students gathering at the Freedom Park, which is where Choral Library is situated, reading from Soyinka's memoir. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole idea was to get them to really probe into this man's story, and you'll be surprised what these young students, mostly from University of Lagos, LASU, ABU, I think some people joined them from Oka, and you'll be surprised at the way they engage those texts, which brings us to the fact that you need to really properly educate our people. And reading does a lot. Reading and listening to programs such as this does a lot to do that. It's not just about Owambe and all these party things that people really have to get. We've been long educated, misinformed. We need to continue to educate our people, to continue to spread literacy, so that we can empower our people to be able to think properly, to be able to act properly. We cannot leave it to Twitter or X or whatever it is called. That's not where the education is going to come from. They are going to be further miseducated on those platforms. We need to deliberately and educate our young people. That's what we need.
Wow, thank you, German. We got something in at last. And we thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. We'll find time again sometime before the end of the year and talk about your plans for the arts world during the festive period. And hoping Nigeria will be much better by then. And a lot of people will have learned a thing or two about how to keep the nation going, about national interest, about patriotism, about legacy, and all that. Thank you, German, Oladejo, and Nikulapo. It's great having you. I will hope to see you some other time. Have a great weekend.
I'm so sorry. We have had three weeks of turbulent communication.
Is it now? At the end of the day, we only have about 10-15 minutes. It's so sad. But some other time, Nigeria will get better. So we'll have more time to talk. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you. This is the Alleluia.
Yeah.
Alleluia Chim by Onyeka, released in 1986. Praying for this country, that peace will reign. On that spiritual note, we want to say thank you to all those who have tried to join us and couldn't, or who dropped by or dropped off by internet issues and all kinds of conspiracy theories outside there about what's going on. Well, anyway, thank you, Mr. T, for trying. Bosun, trying. Thank you. And German and Nikulako for trying again and again and again. Thanks so much for making it today an interesting one. We are going away, and we'll be back next week by His grace. And at least the delectable AC Fair is in the house to say his final or have final words.
Goodbye to everybody. My message would be that we should spread love and ensure we have a peaceful protest in coming days.
Amen. That's our prayer. I concur. Okay. I leave you in the hands of the songstress. I call him the siren of songs. Onye kachi nwe onye onwenu. I beg your pardon. We'll see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend and continue to be nice. Even as you protest, be nice, be kind, be forward driven. Don't destroy public properties. Don't destroy the infrastructure we are still managing. It's not enough. Take care and be safe.